Hi, this is Jody King Colegrove with Quantum Techniques, and I wanted to share with you something I was watching on Channel 8 that talked about osteoporosis and how we can really prevent us from or building up our bones so we don't have so much issue. And the couple of things that they suggested that are important is to have good protein, to have a hydrochloric acid in the stomach, and sometimes that gets deficient by different things that we eat. I remember even in college, I was having some digestive issues, and so, the thing that everybody says is, oh, well, you take Tums. Well, Tums is actually the opposite of what you need to do because it decreases the amount of citric or hydrochloric acid in your body, stomach, and in order to digest your food, you actually need more, and that's the problem. You don't have enough to digest it, so don't buy into that, especially the whole thing with the calcium, because if you're decreasing the amount of hydrochloric acid in your stomach, you can't digest calcium. So Tums, not a good idea. All right, so next thing you can do is take probiotics, and we talk a lot about that as being really important, and the world is today, so definitely do that. And we also suggest that when you have probiotics, make sure that you're taking several different kinds on a different basis. So in other words, one day you take one kind, and the second day you take another kind, the third day you take another kind, and then you repeat with the first one again. And that way your body doesn't have an ability to get used to the same kind and just kind of like dismiss it. Another thing you can do is exercise. So I know a lot of times people lift weights, and that really helps with the bearing exercises. My father had been dealing a little bit with osteoporosis, and I think that's why this was interested to me. And he has now started kind of lifting some weights. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just kind of doing those heavy bearing exercises that really kind of help you gain some muscle. It's actually helped him not have as many headaches because it's almost like it's building the muscle in this area, so it's not being so affected or weak. So something to remember. Another thing is calcium, which I just kind of talked about. And there's always a misnomer that, oh, you have to have milk in order to get calcium. And it's actually, if you start looking at the different levels of calcium in green leafy vegetables, there is more in them than there is in dairy. So if you can't eat dairy, there's lots of different things that you can do to satisfy the calcium. The last thing they mentioned is hormones. In other words, testosterone levels and also growth hormones can also impact osteoporosis. So just a couple things to think about, so ideas. That's what we like to do at Quantum Techniques, is kind of let you know what we've learned that has been helpful. A lot of these things come also from testing, and what we find in people as we're dealing with osteoporosis and things that people are having health issues with, we test to find out if your body's deficient in it, from the outside of the cell or even down to the cellular level, and find out what's going on, what's coding in those cell surface receptors that's not allowing your body to absorb the different nutrients in your body like calcium. And so that's something that we do at Quantum Techniques that can help you figure out what may be going on in your body and to put it back on in a healing state and get it healthy. So give me an email at Quantum Techniques, or our website is quantumtechniques.com. My email is jody@quantumtechniques.com. I'd love to do a session with you to help you get your health and happiness back, especially if you're dealing with osteoporosis. So have a great and blessed day.